Here in this polynomial, again, they want to know the end behavior of this graph. So the first step to begin with is analyze the given polynomial. So when I see the function given to me, it is a polynomial, and the degree is 6 because 6 is the highest exponent it has. Now we already know that if a polynomial behaves with an x to the power of an even number with positive coefficient, then my graph is going to face up. Okay. If it's a negative x to the power of an even number, then my graph is going to face down. If I have my function with an odd exponent, then my graph is going to start on the left and go down on the start on the right and go down on the left, or rise to the right and fall to the left. If my function is the negative coefficient but a power as an odd, then it's going to start on the left and go to the right. Okay. So right now if I graph this, I know this is an x to the 6th, so it's going to look like facing up. So I know that as x goes positive, so as x is going to the positive infinity, my y has to go to positive infinity too. And x goes to negative infinity, my y has to go to positive infinity. So as x goes to positive infinity, y goes to positive infinity, and as x goes to negative infinity, also y goes to positive infinity. Okay, so this is the first part. Second part is to match the graph. Now, since in order to match this function, we have to do a little bit more work. One of the things I would ask you to do is find the zeros of the polynomial. Now I know that it's a facing up graph, so it cannot be this for sure. And then I have these options, so it cannot be this. It cannot be that. It cannot be this. So I'm between two options here. And the reason is because the given polynomial function is a half x to the 6th. So before, if I just identify the zeros, I will be able to make a decision on which one is the final graph, okay? So to find the zeros, I'm putting 0 equals 1/2 x to the 6th minus 2x to the 4th. And then I'm going to factor out an x to the 4th and probably half x to the 4th. So this will be an x squared, right? Minus 4. So 2 times 2, 4 divided by 2 is 2. Yes, 2x to the 4th. Okay. So this would be now half x to the 4th times x plus 2 times x minus 2. So that would be the factored form of this function. So from here, and I can say that I have a 0 at x equals 0, multiplicity 4, therefore even, which means it's going to touch and turn. And x equals negative 2, multiplicity 1, so it's going to cross. And x equals 2, multiplicity 1, therefore it's going to cross. So at x equals 0, it's going to touch and turn. So look here, the two functions. So facing up, but at x equals 0, it's going to touch and turn. And x equals 2, it's going to cross. And x equals negative 2, it's going to cross. So it's just telling me that this is the final graph. And this cannot be because it's not symmetric. That's how this should be the final graph of this function.